How's it going, guys? It's C-RadTV at a WWE Monday Night Raw review from last night. Let's get started with it. So Raw starts off with a historic announcement segment. This announcement was supposed to be big. It was going to be a big announcement. So all the WWE superstars, including the Cruiserweights and the stars from SmackDown Live, were on the entrance ramp to start out. Vince McMahon was, of course, on the ramp. Of course, introducing everyone, welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw for this historic announcement. Then Stephanie McMahon and Triple H would come out. Of course, Triple H would ask all the women wrestlers on the roster to step forward to the front. And they all do. They get a standing ovation from the male wrestlers and the WWE Universe. And Triple H once again thanked the women for stealing the show time and time again. Some of their matches weren't really the best matches in the world, but hey, they do try their best, so I'll give them that. So then Stephanie recapped the arc of the women's evolution. Of course, the way it all started with that Give Divas a Chance hashtag, which also then led to the rebirth of the Women's Championship, officially erasing the name Divas out of the WWE record books, followed by the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match, which also resulted in the first women's match to main event a pay-per-view for the first time in 10 years, followed by the first two ever women's Iron Man matches, one in NXT, and then one on the main roster, which then led to the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which then led to, earlier this year, the first ever women's Royal Rumble match, followed by the first ever women's Elimination Chamber match. So yes, that is the women's evolution arc since 2015. That Stephanie says because of them, they're able to stand here and make another first ever announcement. And then Stephanie announced that on October 28th, over 50 women, then now and forever, so past and present, will participate in an event called Evolution. And that event will be the first ever all-women's pay-per-view. And the show will take place at Nassau Coliseum in Long Island, New York. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's, in case anyone wants to know, it's where the New York Islanders used to play. Of course, the Islanders now play in Brooklyn at Barclays Center. For how long, though? And it also was announced that it will include defenses of the Raw, SmackDown, and NXT Women's title, along with the finals for the second annual Mae Young Classic tournament. Oh, look, folks, another women's tournament, or women's match named after a dead wrestler. You won't flip out over the Mae Young Classic being named after Mae Young, but you'll flip out over the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal being named after Fabulous Moolah. Like, people grow the fuck up, seriously. But anyway, back on the positive, but enough negativity there. So yes, well, mainly this is to make up for the greatest Royal Rumble house show in Saudi Arabia, because women aren't allowed to compete in Saudi Arabia because political reasons. I'm not gonna argue political reasons, Hey, it's what it is. But hey, I'm all for this idea, of course. I'm all for it if you want to back up your words about there being a women's evolution going on. There's also another rumor about a women's tag team titles coming in that would also be happening the title will be defended at that show. We're going to have to wait and see on the women's tag team title one. But yes, October 28th, there will be an all-women's pay-per-view called Evolution in Long Island. I'm not going to go to it. Alright, I'm not making that far a drive for just an all-women's pay-per-view. It also is going to also include female commentators and female camera crew and whatnot. You get the whole 9 yards. Anyway, continuing on. Next up is the Raw Tag Team Titles rematch. The Bandwagon team, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, will defend against the Deleter of Worlds, Broken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. Bray and Matt both inserting their rematch clauses, so this was a Matt title match, back and forth. Of course, throughout this match, Revival, Scott Dawson, and Dash Wilder were watching backstage on a TV in the locker room. Match ending, Bo Dallas would bounce Bray Wyatt off the turnbuckle, and Bray got involved when Bo Dallas tried to interfere. Yeah, so when Bo bounced Bray off the turnbuckle, Bray would then bounce straight back into Matt Hardy. Then Curtis Axel will roll up Matt in a crucifix pin to get the 3 count for the win to retain the Raw Tag Team titles. Of course, after the match, Bray and Matt would look to give them a standing O. And then, right as they were starting to show sportsmanship, Matt would hit the twist of fate on Bo Dallas for post-match assault, and then Bray would follow it up with a Sister Abigail on the Bray Wyatt on the Curtis Axel. So yeah, there we go. Next up, we get a women's tag match. Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Local Jobbers. Really? 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 This is the best way we're gonna see Bayley and Sasha's friendship crap? Giving them local jobbers? I'm not taking this friendship thing seriously. Come back to me when they take on a real tag team. Because in the end, obviously Sasha and Bayley win easily, not much to say. After the match, when Bayley went to go raise Sasha's arm, Sasha would back off and hesitate before both of them would hug it out. Oh look, it's the female version of Team Hell No. How original. How original. Next up, we get a segment. We get a Braun. So yeah, Braun Strowman would come out. Of course, Braun, reiterating his promise to cash in the Money in the Bank contract and become the Universal Champion. Then Kevin Owens would come out. Of course, Kevin refusing Braun's offer of friendship, and Kevin saying it's his way to make his son happy. And then Braun says, perhaps even one day, Kevin would allow his kid to potentially become tag team champions with Braun. I'm like, what? And then, of course, Kevin got livid like a little oversensitive millennial and vowed to take everything Braun Strowman had but declined to fight him. So you'll say that, but you won't fight him. Then Kevin Owens asked Constable Baron Corbin for backup. Baron declined, laughed him out of the building, and instead brought out Jobber Mahal in an attempt to bring Braun Strowman to a state of inner peace. And keep in mind, every time fucking Jobber Mahal speaks, he sounds like he's about to take a giant shit. Jobber Mahal! I'm gonna bring inner peace to you, Braun! Jobber Mahal! I'm gonna control your anger! Jobber Mahal! Just achieve inner peace and you can accomplish anything! So Braun would acknowledge his temper, but didn't hesitate to give into it. And he brought Slop Mahal's trash mantra for his own get these hands thing. Yes, Jobber, you and the Trash Raja are gonna get these hands. I want you out of WWE so bad. Get the fuck out of WWE right now. Nobody even wants to hear Jobber. Please leave, it will bless my little heart with joy. So then Braun would lay out Jobber Mahal with a big boot. Braun would throw Sunil Singh into Jobber Mahal, and then he hit the running power slam on Sunil. Kevin, of course, would then retreat, and then Kevin would go to Kurt Angle and Stephanie McMahon's office and demand a match against Strowman at SummerSlam, with a stipulation saying that if Braun lost in any fashion, whether it be DQ, countout, pin, submission, etc., 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 Owens would win Braun's Money in the Bank contract. Kurt was hesitant with it, but Stephanie agreed. So at SummerSlam, we're going to have Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens, with Braun's Money in the Bank contract on the line. You better not waste it. You better not, like seriously, if Braun loses, then why the fuck did you put the contract on him? Like, at the end of the day, you can't just waste Braun Strowman with it. You can't just waste him with it. You can't do that after last year. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta protect the integrity that is the Money in the Bank contract. The pay-per-view. You gotta protect the pay-per-view. The concept that sells itself. You can't just waste the cash. You can't just waste it. Like, if you have Braun lose to Kevin, then what was the point of giving Braun the contract in the first place? Oh, well, it's a setup, this and this. I don't give a fuck. You protect Money in the Bank. You gotta protect the pay-per-view at the end of the day. Like, if you're gonna waste the contract, you may as well give it to Kofi Kingston. Jesus Christ. Has this company a lot learned anything from the mistake they made when they had Baron Corbin fail to cash in last year? Like, goddamn, this company learns nothing. Anyway, moving on. Next up, we get a women's match. We get Mickie James versus Natalya. Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss, of course, at ringside. So this was a man match. Pretty man. Natalya would hit the electric chair on Mickie. It was well executed. Then Alexa would attempt to distract Natalya, which would allow Natalya to lay out Alexa Bliss with the clothesline, which was well done. Then that would allow Mickie James to hit the Mick kick on Natalya to get the 3 count for the win. So Alexa and Mickie may be standing tall, but guess what? Ronda successfully served her extra 1 week suspension. So Ronda can come back no problem next week. So yeah, here we go. Next up, we get another segment. So Titus Worldwide, Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crews would come out. And they attempt to give the authors of Pain, Akam, and Ray Zars some tough love. And then Crews calmly and forcefully insisted they show Titus O'Neil the respect badge befitting a veteran and community figurehead. Fuck off. Fuck off. Seriously, Apollo. If you want someone to respect somebody, you don't fucking ask for it. You fucking earn it the right way. Want to fucking earn respect? Do it in the fucking ring. Not fucking demand it. So both teams will end up trash talking until Titus Worldwide decide to teach AOP a lesson the old-fashioned way. Oh boy, I wonder what that is. And then a brawl ensues. There we go, that's the old-fashioned way. It will result with AOP retreating and Titus Worldwide standing tall. Next up, we get a one-on-one match. We get Mojo Rawley versus Tyler Breeze. This match was fucking boring. Fucking garbage. Match ending, Mojo Rawley throws Tyler Breeze to the ring post, followed by the sit-out Alabama Slam to get the 3 count for the win. After the match in a backstage interview, Mojo says his performance backs up his insults in ring and on social media, particularly targeting Bobby Roode. This is why I don't have Twitter, so I don't deal with this fucking with these overdramatic shitheads. Like, goddamn. So then, later on in the night, Bobby Roode will get interviewed, and then calmly refuted Mojo Rawley and Roode, saying he is comfortable in his own skin, and wasn't sweating any insults that came from behind a keyboard. Oh look, the internet fan excuse. One of the main reasons why this company is out of touch with reality. Like, look, it's 2018, and we're still using the goddamn internet fan excuse. Get with the times to grow up. Fuck's sakes. Moving on. Next up, we get a one-on-one match. Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. This is actually a pretty good match back and forth. Of course, Drew's belly-to-bellies were good. The head toss were good. Finn's sling blade, his stomp, everything was good. Match ending as Finn Balor will go for the coup de grace. Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler would interfere, forcing the DQ. So Finn was going to win the match regardless. Then Dolph and Drew would attack Finn for post-match assault. That would allow Seth Rollins to come out to even the odds. Seth would be able to hit Drew and Dolph off along with Finn. So then Kurt Angle would come out to restart the match as a tag team match. So to the tag team match itself, the highlights. Seth's suicide dive was good. The sling blade was good. Dolph's Famouser was good. Like Seth's, also Falcon's Arrow was good. Along with Finn's drop kicks and sling blades and stomps and whatnot. Match ending, Seth would toss Drew McIntyre in the ring. Seth would then hit the curb stomp on Dolph to get the 3 count for the win. After the match, Kurt Angle announced that Dolph Ziggler would defend the Intercontinental Championship against Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. And from what I know, Dolph hasn't signed a new extension yet. And so is this going to be Dolph's last match at WWE? Because his contract is close to up. Like, the only thing keeping him in the company right now is the Intercontinental Championship. So unless he signs the extension, he may be gone. Anyway, continuing on. Next up, we get a women's match. Ember Moon versus Liv Morgan. Sarah Logan of the Riot Squad was banned from ringside, so Liv Morgan's on her own. Mad match, back and forth. Match ending, Ember Moon hits the Eclipse on Liv Morgan to get the 3 count for the win. So apparently, so when you don't have the numbers in your favor, you automatically lose. Next up, we get a segment. So Elias Sampson will get his own concert. Of course, Elias's debut album dropped yesterday. Before Raw, the album is now available on iTunes for downloads if you want to hear his great music. I haven't yet, but I will try and listen to it. Then Elias would start playing his hit song, Walk With Me. Then Elias would stop playing after a few bars, and then Elias claims the Cincinnati crowd was too gross to play for. Sorry! The Cincinnati crowd would be more better if their sports teams were actually better. But sadly, they're based out of goddamn Ohio, where all their sports teams suck ass. Like, look at their sports teams. Like the Cleveland Browns. They're at rock bottom after 0-16. They can only go up from here. They can't do any worse than last year. The Cleveland Cavaliers are officially screwed now that LeBron James left for the Lakers. Because they got so many bad contracts. The Cleveland Indians are probably going to win the AL Central this year since it's so goddamn weak, but the Indians will always choke in October. The Cincinnati Bengals, they constantly kick their fans in the dick. And they are not going to go anywhere when Marvin Lewis is still in charge. Like, why is Marvin Lewis still the head coach for the Bengals? He should have got fired after last year. The Reds are just mediocre or in the basement. The rebuilding phase has been going on for over 10 years. It's time for them to do something. Well, the Columbus Blue Jackets, after last year, they became the least successful team in the NHL. Because the Jackets can't even win a playoff series. Like, really, look. This probably explains why the crowd is too gross for Elias. Because all their sports teams suck. Like, damn. After that, Bobby Lashley would show up to prepare for the main event. And Elias would then just take his guitar and walk away. So next up, we go to our main event. The number 1 contenders match. Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns. The winner faces Brock Lesnar for the Universal title at SummerSlam. So of course when Lashley comes out, he gets a good pop. Boring fuckface comes out, he gets booed out of the building. Same boring entrance as before. Motherfucker looked like he just woke up. Roman Reigns, just had to wake up from my long nap. Roman Reigns, gonna do my boring entrance, cause in my world it's cool. Anyway, to the match. Highlights and Roman fails in the match. Roman selling on Lashley's moves was crap. Lashley's clothesline was good. Lashley's vertical suplex was good. Roman's BS Superman comeback was always shit, of course, with the punches, the big boot, the kicks, the clotheslines. Along with the 10 clotheslines and shit in the corner. The apron drop kick looked like complete garbage again. Looks like Roman's hitting Lashley with the goddamn force. Roman Samoan drop looked like crap. Nia Jax hits it better than him. The Battle Cow. Lashley's spine buster was great. Roman's stupid man punch was bad. The first one. Lashley would then hit the spear on Roman Reigns, but that would only get a 2 count this time. Because it's not a Roman match without spamming the shit out of kickouts. So that match ending, Roman would hit another stupid man punch on Lashley. Roman then hits the spear on Lashley, and Roman gets the 3 count for the win. Who could have predicted this shit? Like, seriously. Roman's gained another undeserved Universal title opportunity against Brock Lesnar. This is like, what, the 3rd opportunity this year Roman's had at Lesnar now? And he already pissed the first 2 away. What, is 3rd time finally gonna be the charm? Or is Vince gonna call audible for Roman not getting the reaction Vince wanted? Then again, I thought it didn't matter what reaction Roman got, as long as Roman got a reaction. I'm telling you this, Vince. Don't do it. Don't go full McMahon on us again. Especially not on a Big 4 pay-per-view, Vince. You fucked this up, you may as well delete the company. At SummerSlam, for the love of God, don't make me say those 3 words. What are those 3 words? Well, you're going to have to wait till SummerSlam to find out. Anyway, yeah, Roman match. Roman winning on another main event Raw time slot. Automatic WWE garbage moment of the week. It doesn't matter if James Ellsworth can top that. Now, normally I would give this a 0 out of 10. But you know what? I'm going to be nice for a change. Because, the episode did start with that historic announcement. So, you know what? I'll give it a 1 out of 10. That's better. I think that's more better. So, yeah, Raw gets a 1 out of 10 for me. Would have got a 0 out of 10 if we didn't have that goddamn historic announcement to start Raw. But anyway, yeah. That's all I gotta say. How about an all women's pay-per-view? Let me know what you think of that in the comments down below. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hope everyone has a great day, and yeah, peace out.